Look out there, MP.
MP, you got that look in your eye tonight. You better watch
There
out.
he is, man. Just the legend. It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. Our games tonight featuring the Toronto Raptors as they go up against, in this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Achua is out there with Embiid. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then there's Maxey. And it's McCain in at the 2 spot.
Just tough, gritty play there by Barnes. That's how you deal with physicality.
Pass to Achua. Now Huerter. Here's McCain. Dick defending. 5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And Maxey's shot selection is diverse. Such a confident scorer.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all. All yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Spoke earlier with Darko Rajakovic. The challenge is slowing down Joel Embiid. Asked Coach what the game plan was. He said with Embiid, you know he's going to get to the line. You know he's going to get his. Our goal is to keep him away from the basket. If we get him settling for jumpers, that's a win for us. We'll see if they can force him to become a shooter in this one. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Oh, tremendous defense there from Barnes. That 7'2" wingspan coming in handy.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And here's Huerter outside.
The length of Ingram, it really affects shooters.
Huerter, no good. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Steps back. Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Getting up and finishing. Maxey leaving no doubt.
Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's P. Takes it off the glass.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Here's Huerter. Pass to Achua. Here's Maxey. Just 4 to shoot. That one misses. Some solid defense from P. Dick finds Barnes. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
Known as one of the game's great three-point shooters, Herter knows his role and plays it well.
The 76ers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
2 shots.
That one is off. That one is no good. Toronto leading by 4. Screen by Pirtle. Pass to P. Rebound by Joel Embiid. 76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Here's P. Guarded by Embiid. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Teams that make their free throws are so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. The 76ers third.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Walter, he's checked in for Toronto. Edwards, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, he in the last game against New York was outstanding. He finished with 17 points, and his aggressiveness allowed him to make an impact from the charity stripe as well. And it was important for them to break that losing streak. He was a big reason why they were able to do it. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team...
Foot of the gas, FP. Get in there.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Edwards. And Embiid is out there with Achua. Then there's Reed. And it's McCain in at the 2 guard.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Pirtle. Rebound by Joel Embiid. The 76ers trail by 4. And a wide open shot from Reed. Drains it from beyond the arc. Reeves got 10 points in the quarter.
He got a 3 to fall in the first, and now his second in this quarter. Not a trend the defense wants to see.
Here's P. Shoots from the baseline. Reed with the rebound. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Knicks.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
The coaching staff has been happy with how well they've executed the game plan. They operated as a cohesive unit. You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Pass to Embiid. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Raptors have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. He passes to Pirtle. In the corner, it's Ingram. 6 to shoot. Oh, good with the triple.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Outside Edwards. And it's good, 2 points. And the 76ers lead by 1. 1:31 left here in the second. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Pass to Mobo. And again, unable to change momentum here. Back to Edwards. Now here's Embiid. Here's McCain. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. And now a 4-point 76ers lead. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to talk to his guys. And the 76ers making a change here. And a quick look at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Pirtle with a screen on Maxey. Pass to Pirtle. Barnes outside. Pirtle sets the pick for Barnes. Back to Pirtle. Tries again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa.
The moment Pirtle gets the ball around the hoop, he is so tough to stop.
The Raptors have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Pirtle.
Known as a fantastic rim protector, Jakob has also made great strides offensively.
Both free throws good from Pirtle. 43 seconds left in the first half. Maxey looking it over. Pass to Herter. Here's McCain. Dick defending. To the middle. Here's Achiuwa. The dunk by Achiuwa.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Barnes left side. They set the screen. Here's P. He's covered by Maxey. P no good. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
McCain. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Fires away from way outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
So it's like from the backcourt, maybe like from the corner?
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the 76ers.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be it. And that's a halftime wrap.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. P out there with Dick, and it's Ingram in the small forward position. That's the groove starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic.
Mercy, Scotty Barnes. That was nasty.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Herter passes to Achua. Here's Maxey. Pocket 6. The shot from 20 feet away, and he drops that one in. Maxey's got the lead up to 9 now for Philadelphia.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Now, here's Achua. Defense right on him. Outside, Maxey. Some solid defense there from P. Raptors trail by 6. Ingram passes to P. Back to Ingram. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And battling injuries off and on throughout the years, Ingram is a major difference maker when healthy.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. Pass to P. It's Dick on the wing. Rebound by the 76ers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Drills the three-pointer. Maxey's got 8 points here in this quarter.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Here's P. He's covered by Maxey. P passes to Ingram. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And checking out the numbers for Brandon Ingram. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 11 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Yeah, there's no doubt he has been inconsistent, which is unusual for him. But when he turns it back around, boy, you better watch out.
Maxey. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to P. Barnes screen on Maxey. Barnes right side. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Achua. Some solid defense from P. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. 6-point game. And Toronto turns it over again. So both teams changing it up here. 1:21 left in the third. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Reed. Back to Maxey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The thing you love about Maxey is that he always has a smile when he's out there. He's enjoying himself, and he embraces the challenge that the game presents.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Butler, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey hits them both. And the Raptors with the ball, trailing here by 8. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that'll... Both teams will make substitutions. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Back to Embiid. Embiid just overpowers the defense inside.
A list of guys as strong as Joel Embiid in this league is very short.
Here's P. And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Joel Embiid. Reed is out there with Butler. Then there's Edwards. And it's McCain in at the 3 slot.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Embiid with a screen on Ingram. Here's McCain. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. McCain's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's P. Defended by Butler. Poked away. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Pass to McCain. And he makes good on the layup. McCain's got 5 points now in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the 76ers?
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Achua, he's checked in for Edwards. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reed. And Maxey subbed in for Butler. Now, here's Maxey. D right on him. And Pirtle sends it back.
He's quick to read and react on D. Pirtle can really disrupt an opponent's offense.
The 76ers leading by 15. Outside, Maxey. Embiid kicks to Maxey. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. Embiid's got his 3rd assist on the night. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Pirtle with a screen on Maxey. And the Raptors miss again. Philadelphia's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Achua. Outside, Maxey. Embiid with it. Defended by Pirtle. Unloads from 9, and that one hits back iron.
It is a shame to see a high percentage look go to waste. You'll be hearing about this one in the locker room, I'm sure.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the 76ers.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season. Maxey passes to Achua. Down low. A nice shot by McCain. And the 76ers lead by 17.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, but when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Here's Maxey. And a miss there on the triple. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Ingram passes to Pete. He gets it in there. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Bounce pass to Chua. Now Embiid. Pass to McCain. Dick with the steal.
Number 17. Brady Dick with the helmet.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
We can get that one back next time. Hey, they're professionals too.
What's up, MP? Son, you look like an MPC. You need some new threads.
Every game is a new day, Pete.
We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the game or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules, including possession, security, or a real staff mask. Don't miss a single game this season. See the ticket for more information before you leave today.
Thanks for joining us. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Ayton.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort, or who knows, but that's something that needs to change.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. Then there's Klingon, and it's Walsh in at the 3. And for the Raptors, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then there's Dick, then it's Brandon Ingram, and it's P in at point guard. And when it comes to establishing rotations at this stage, Stan, what's something you're zeroing in on?
Well, you're just trying to figure out which lineups work the best together and trying to develop not necessarily a starting lineup, but a rotation that works for you, and especially trying to determine what's your closing lineup. When it's on the line, who do you want to go to?
Now here's Henderson. A threat for them offensively. He's recorded around 19 a game. Just 5 on the clock. There's Simons with a 3. Hits a three-pointer.
Well, don't blink, or Simons will already have the shot off.
Pass to P. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Back to Dick. Here's P, defended by Henderson. P, no good. And it's the Trailblazers' ball. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Here's Kamari. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Here's Klingon. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Graham.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Henderson for three. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Oh, good three ball by Henderson. Now, this is the part of his game that he wants to keep developing.
Here's P, defended by Henderson. Off with the layup.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
Simons outside. Here's the pick. Second chance effort. And it's good on the layup. Simons got 5 points.
Simons shows off that soft touch inside.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Portis, he's checked in for Kamara. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. 8-point game. Barnes with a screen on Henderson. Here's P. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
I just love the ball movement.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Pass to Pirtle. Will it go? And off the front iron, and in it goes. Pirtle's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, P in their last time out against the 76ers looked really strong. He added 11 points, and on top of that, he snagged 6 boards. He stepped up his game tonight, and you can tell his teammates loved seeing him go to work. Guys?
Yeah, Allie, he put forth a commanding performance and led the charge for his squad.
Yeah, it's clear this guy is unafraid. He relishes the opportunity to take over for his team.
Yeah, so now the question is, can he do it again? Playing like that consistently is not easy.
Shots good by Henderson.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Here's P, defended by Henderson. Here's P. And he makes it on the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Portland leading by 8. Henderson, the pass to Portis. Here's Walsh. Here's Clingan, covered by Pirtle. Pass to Walsh. Portis against Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simons. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Here's Barnes. Still no points. Here's P. And Clingan pulls it down. Here's Simons. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And so it's Portland, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Checked in for Portland, and Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Portland leading by 7. Taking a look at the Trailblazers. Walker Kessler out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Jabari Walker, and it's Primo in at the 2. Here's Primo. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard. It really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
Now here's Walker. Pass to Primo. Spins. And here's Kessler. Fades. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Raptors trail by 7. P passes to Ingram. To the paint. Here's P. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. P's gotten his second bucket.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Portis' screen. Outside Walker. Portis, left side. Fade away. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Raptors have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Pass to Walter. Portis against Ingram. Here's P. And yep, it's good. Now just a 3-point Portland lead.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Dinwiddie outside. Now here's Portis. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. To win the drought. Rebounded by Ingram. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the inside. The 3 is up. Pass to P. Tries again. And Primo pulls it down. Trailblazers lead by 3.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
For the Trailblazers, Klingin, he's checked in for Kessler. Mamukelashvili comes in for Portis. And it's Henderson in for Dinwiddie. Raptors on D. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Mamukelashvili's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's P, defended by Henderson. It's Barnes on the wing. Picked by Pirtle. Barnes with it. Henderson picks him up. Here's P. Nice D from Henderson. Portland has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Poke loose. Pass to Primo. We've got 22 seconds left in the second. 4 on the clock. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Klingin. Hurdle with the block. And a fast break now for the Raptors. He passes to Ingram. It's tipped. And they'll get another chance. Second shot opportunity. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer that. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Portland Trailblazers.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling.
Next up, let's take a look at our latest power rank. And that's a wrap on.
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Dick. And it's P in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level, but the players are just better.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Pass to Klingon. Takes the 3. Walsh can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 3. Barnes with a screen on Henderson. P passes to Dick. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's P. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. These are his first free throws of the game. The first one falls.
At the line for 2, number 17.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Simons outside, fires for 3. It's hauled in by P. P's got rebound number 7 tonight.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Portland again missing.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
P, no good.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Down low. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's P. Hits the trifecta. He's got 11 points.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Pass to Walsh. Now Simons. Can they get it? Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Well, Simons is a sharpshooter. He wanted those 3 points back and went out and took them.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Coach, when you talk to Ingram's teammates, they always bring up his remarkable work ethic.
Well, Brian, Brandon Ingram works hard. He loves the game. He wants to be great. He spends a lot of his free time studying the game instead of just hanging out and doing other things.
Picked by Pirtle. Here's P. It's blocked. Now the Blazers on the move. Here's Simons. Another one falls for Portland.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Here's P. Takes it inside. Portland with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. That game marks the start of a 4-game homestand for the club. Count that one. A minute 42 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's P, defended by Henderson. Pass to Mobo. Here's P. Left side Ingram. Just 5 on the clock.
Well, scorers like Ingram find a way to draw those fouls.
13 fouls.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. That free throw misses. The Raptors making a switch here. Sims is checked in. So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. And he sinks the second.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
It's Walker on the wing. Guarded by Dick. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Simons outside. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Here's Kessler. Mobo with a rebound. The Raptors have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Here's P. 13 points in the game. Now Ingram. Shoots over Portis. And that one's good. Ingram's got 8.
Well, Ingram has great scoring instincts. He knows how to find shots and capitalize on them.
Simons passes to Kessler. Back to Simons. From 12 feet. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Simons got 9 points now in the second half. Toronto trailing. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's P. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Mamukelashvili passes to Kessler. Simons with it from downtown. On target from range. And now a 5-point Portland lead.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for...
The third quarter comes to a close. Portland ahead, up by 5. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time.
Every minute of this quarter matters. It's time for the best fans in the league.
Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. It's Dinwiddie on the wing. 11 feet out. It's hauled in by P. P's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done on the court right now for Portland. We've got Walker Kessler. Jabari Walker is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Bobby Portis. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 3 slot. From the arc. Yes. And a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists tonight.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Pass to P. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Trailblazers lead by 6. And there's the screen. Left side Walker. And he gets that one.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Ingram. So Portland ends up going with a new group.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's P, defended by Henderson. Now Ingram, 5 on the clock. It's on target from the high post.
Well, that could be a tough shot, but easy there for Brandon Ingram.
Simons outside. Here's the 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Outside Barnes. Here's P. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. To the inside. Missed inside.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Dick, the pass to Barnes. Here's P. Hurdle with a screen on Simons.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Trailblazers lead by 6.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Barnes with the rebound. The Raptors have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. P, no good.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Henderson for 3. Again, the miss by Portland. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's P. And again, Toronto, no good.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
And here they come. Here's Henderson. Rebound, Toronto. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
Here's Simons. And he drains the quick shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Yeah, we're seeing Simons unleashed on offense. He's in a groove, and his team is helping to keep him in it.
The baseline J. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Outside Barnes. Down low. Here's P. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. And short of a miracle, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
They fought all night. A terrific effort, but they just couldn't make enough big plays.
And that's good. Off the glass that time. There's 18 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul.
17 seconds left to play in the fourth. Now here's Henderson. The D's right on him. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. At the line.
So the first one drops. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both. And it's an 8-point ball game. And Toronto calls time here. They're trailing by 8. Your thoughts, guys?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up by 9.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Simons nails both of them.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
So no problem for Portland as they get the win. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was...
Well, I knew we weren't going undefeated for the rest of the season.
Rest, recuperate, get ready for tomorrow.